Alright, I found this kind of interesting. I've got the factory tool for doing the 518s, A500s, and I thought it'd be interesting to see what the readings came out to with the factory tool and what it suggested for shims to use, and then using the tool that I made and what it came out with, and a unit that I didn't change anything in to see what the readings were and what shims the factory put in to see if how it all came out. Okay, so the factory tool is supposed to be a 1/2 inch wide on this. I believe it's 12 inches long and 2 inches wide, if I remember correctly. I guess I can measure how wide it is. 1.5 inches wide, and it actually measures 496 thousandths, not 500 thousandths like it says, but maybe I'm off just a little bit. And then this tool here is supposed to measure 5 inches 500 thousandths from the base to the top. So when I made my tool, I was a little bit off. I was at 5 inches 457 thousandths. So, and that's to this surface right here. That's why I marked the yellow on here, so I'd know that this is where I measured from. This is actually lower. So I measure off of both sides of this, and I do that in 2 different spots. So I got 4 readings. So I did 4 readings on this, 4 readings on this, 4 readings off of this bar to where the other spacer is supposed to go, and I averaged them out. And I had the factory tool. It's supposed to measure 5 inches 500, and actually measured 5 inches 502, and then the bar measured 496. And I used those that I came up with the 4 readings for the little clip that goes on the end right here is what these readings are for. So I had 762, 760, 759, 760, averaged out to 760. Then the measurements from here to the base of the deal that measures the spacer you need for the piston, I did the 4 readings were 1 inch 818, inch 8815, inch 821, and 1 inch 816, averaged out to 1 inch 817, which if you take those 2 readings there, I should have had this shim should have been 175 thousandths, this shim should have been 168, and this is what was actually in the vehicle. Inch 199 thousandths, and inch 840 is what this one should have, what the measurement should have come out to with what it had in there, and that shim should have been 750 thousandths. This measurement was 199 thousandths and should have had a shim of 172. So we're right there in the ballpark. If you use my tool that I made up the way I told you to make it, I add in the 43 thousandths difference of what the measurement should have been measuring off of here, and here's my 4 measurements. Average came out to 0.704. Add in the 43 thousandths, that makes it 0.747. That means my shim should have been 158 thousandths, and this one over here came out to exactly the same because I'm using the same bar. It kind of makes sense, and it should have been 168 thousandths just like on this one. So we came out pretty close. 0.760, according to what was in there, it should have been 0.750. that came out to 0.747, 3 thousandths difference. And then this one here, inch 840, we're about 23 thousandths off. So all in all, pretty good. Now as far as this shim that was in there, I might have not measured quite right, because there is no 172 thousandths. The closest it comes out is 175. So we're right there, 3 thousandths difference. It's not that much. So I found it kind of interesting, and I think you do just fine making your own tool. You don't have to buy the factory one. I just happen to have it, and I happen to make one using that just to see how it would come out, and that's what we got.